Okay, as you can see, we are still treating change of subject of formula. But if you see this question is rather more complicated than the previous ones we treated before. In our previous classes, we just did the introduction. But this one is highly complex. So please stay focused as we treat. Let's check how we are going to break down everything in this question. Now look at it, say express K in terms of T, H, G, H and G. Now what is, in the other question we say make this subject of this, make this subject of this. But this one, they now change the sentence. Express K. What they are asking you to make K the subject of formula. Make K, express K in terms of T, H, G, and you get it? So they're asking us to make K to equate every of this alphabet that is here. That is what that statement means. So don't be confused. Okay, now let's go. Remember, we are focusing on K. Like I said before in our previous class, whenever you are working on something like this, focus on how to remove every parameters that are not needed, that you don't want attached to what you are looking for. So that is what you are going to do. Now you see this one, and there's a square root here. This square root must leave here. So when I pull this square root out of here, the moment you remove it, it will square this, it will square this, it will square this, because these two, they are not inside the square root. It's only these ones that are inside the square root that it will not affect. You get it now? So it will affect the ones outside the square root, and then the one at the equal to side. So now, if I remove it now, we now have it was as what? T square is equal to 2 square pi square bracket what? H square plus K square close bracket, okay, all over what? GH close bracket. You get it now in a simplified form. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is to, okay, let me square this one first. So now I have T square is equal to 2 square will give me 4 pi square bracket H square plus K square over what? GH close bracket. Okay, now remember we are doing it step by step. This one is not wanted here. This one will disturb the opening of this bracket, so we have to remove this one. So what we'll do, let's divide both sides. Divide both sides by what? 4 pi square. You get it now? So at the end of the day, we'll now have what? Have it as what? T square over 4 pi square is equal to what? 4 pi square into H square plus K square over what? GH close bracket over what? 4 pi square. Remember, we are dividing both sides by 4 pi square, so this one will cancel this one. Are you with me? So we're left with what? T square over 4 pi square is equal to what? H square plus K square over what? GH. You see that the bracket is now opened. You see the magic. Okay, now the next thing we need to do, we are after K. This one we have to cross multiply. You get? So when we cross multiply, G will multiply this one. Now I have what? GH T square is equal to what? 4 pi square. Are you there? Into what? Into H square plus K square. You understand? Now we remove this one that we see introduced here. We have to also remove it back again. So we also divide both sides again by 4 pi square. So divide, because this one is now also disturbing it. It's not more like we are coming back to the way it was before. So we also have to remove it. So the next thing we do, divide both by what? By 4 pi square. So we now have what? GHT square over 4 pi square is equal to what? If I divide it now, it will remain what? H square plus K square. You see that after wiping this one out of this place, we now have this one left. You understand? So the next thing we do, we collect like this. Collect like that. So let's remove this. H is also disturbing it here. So K can always stand alone when H is not here. So we now have what? GHT square over 4 pi square. When plus crosses equal to become 1 minus H square is equal to K square. Did you see it now? K is not standing alone. But the question said that we should express K in terms of, it did not say we should express K square in terms of, so we have to remove this square from here. Is it clear? So when the square crosses equal to it becomes a square root. So please permit me to divide the board like this. So we now have what? K is equal to what? The square root of GHT square over 4 pi square minus h square. You see it now? Remember in the question they said take pi to be equal to 10. So let's, anywhere we see pi, we change it to what? To 10. So we now have what? K is equal to what? The square root of what? GHT square over 4 times 10 square minus h square. 10 square will give us 100. 100 times 4 will give me 400. So therefore,